but there's some things coming, you know, because I said, God, I want to be able to travel and tell my story and do your will, and I'm here. You know what I'm saying? Also, my daughter sings pop country music. She's going to be singing at the Cherry Blossom Festival. She's also going to be singing at Atlanta Country Music Awards and things like that. And we're a team. And I love her for that. So I'm going to ask her to come up here and do a little something for you guys. And then, what are you doing?
I'm going to sing Reflections from the Disney movie Mulan. Look at me, you may think you see who I really am, but you'll never know me. Every day, it's as if I play a part. Now I see, if I wear a mask, I can fool the world, but I cannot fool my heart. And who is that girl I see, staring straight back at me? When will my reflection show who I am inside? I am now in a world where I have to hide my heart and what I believe in, but somehow I was sure the world was inside my heart and me love for who I am. And who is that girl I see, staring straight back at me? Why is my reflection somewhere I don't know? First I pretended I'm someone else for all time. When will my reflection show who I am inside? There's a heart that must be free to fly, that burns with the need to know the reason what we think, how we feel. Must there be a secret me I'm forced to hide? I won't pretend that I'm someone else for all time. When will my reflection show who I am inside?
Considering that she was diagnosed to have bronchitis like 3 days ago. So, thank you guys. Thank you, Reverend.
Thank you for indulging us tonight for this. There's two reasons I did this. Number one and foremost is like history. And if we don't know who we are, we were doomed to repeat where we came from. I shared with some children today, we have been freed from slavery as we know it with the whip and chains. But we have been enslaved again with a lack of education and enslaved again with drugs and alcohol. Now, the stuff he shared was real. The cutting, just as we go on, I heard an individual say I had to speak to a person, a lady who's been cutting herself because no one loves her. And this is here in Dublin, Georgia. This is here at our local high school. Here, this year 2010, we've heard stories of children who feel like no one loved them, and they're drinking themselves to death, and they're smoking themselves to death. And guess what? It's church folk children. And while we're turning a deaf ear and turning our blinded eyes to it, our children are suffering in their houses. He talked about 4 years old smoking weed and drinking. I had to deal with something very serious this week of a second grader who has been hiding cigarette butts under his mattress in his mother's house. How he got caught, he set the trash can on fire in the house. These are the truths that we as a church have to wake up to address and let us know we're not in this by ourselves. You're not the only one who had to overcome some addiction. You're not the only one who had to overcome some